Now warm and easy. No. Big up man like Josie Wales.
Saying nothing like the streets of
Shaggy.
Jamaica. Wow.
Me and me brethren, them a sit down on the car.
Hi, so this is my daughter Lorianne, and she's going to be talking today about cultural preservation. Of course, she's Canadian born, so she's first generation Canadian, and just going to have her tell us about what she's doing and how she's preserving her Jamaican culture as and also with a Canadian culture as well.
Okay, my culture and heritage is important to me because it's different and it's unique. As a African Canadian descendant, I know what has happened through history and historics, why we have ended up in Jamaica in the first place. So I know that my culture and my background comes from a strong place because many have died on slave ships. But our ancestors have survived and survived until I'm here today. And we have great music, great food, a great culture, and it's one that, even though we are a small island, it's world known for its good quality traits as well as its good athletic traits. I think you would know Usain Bolt, the fastest running man, is from Jamaica. So I think my culture is important to me also so that I can identify myself and who I am. I sometimes feel a little lost in such a diverse country as Canada. I don't really know my own background. I'm not able to plug into some websites and find out my historics and my past from where I've come from, where some of my friends may be able to. I remember one of my friends was telling me that he was related to kings and queens in Europe, but when I go and research, I'm not left with that kind of background. So I have what I have, and I try to make do with that and absorb my culture, the beautiful, vibrant culture that I really do have and was blessed with.
Yes, thank you. So, Lauren, can you tell me a little bit, share about your first visit to Jamaica? When was that, and how was your experience there?
So, my first visit to Jamaica I was about probably 8 years old, and I'm thankful that my mom allowed me to be of age, so 8 years old and not younger, or else I probably wouldn't remember as I do today. But I remember getting in a plane for the first time, and I was terrified. I didn't really like it that much because it was 4 hours long, and for an 8-year-old, it's hard to sit in a spot for 4 hours and not know kind of where you're going. You don't realize what kind of distance you're traveling in the air. And as soon as we arrived, I noticed everyone was clapping, and I was like, why are we clapping? But I guess it's just thanking the pilot for what he's done. And the pilot got on and he was like, you guys have reached paradise now, enjoy your stay. And I was like, I don't really understand, this is where my family is from, everybody, it's like, I guess maybe I was expected to know this beauty that I was going to be stepping into. So I arrived, and I didn't stay on a resort or any of the sandals or whatever. I stayed with family, and I think that was even greater because then I actually kind of got to become a Jamaican. But what's really funny is I never wore anything different from anybody else, but it's like, and I didn't open my mouth and talk, but it's like everybody knew that I was a foreigner, as they would say, Larianya Farna. So right now I'm just speaking a little bit of the dialect, which is patois. And I totally enjoyed it. I got to go and I got to eat fruits that I have never eaten in Canada before. An apple is totally different from what we have here. And I got to pick and everything what I was going to eat. I'd go to a tree and pick it off and wash it and eat it, or go to a mango tree and pick off mangoes and eat it. And I got to go to Demby, which is this big cultural, agricultural show, and just learn a little bit about Jamaica. It's phenomenal, all the things that I got to do as an 8-year-old that you can't really do here in Canada per se. And it was really great. And that's how I learned how to swim, and I learned how to love to swim because of being in the beach, and I guess that's where my loving for swimming kind of came forward too.
Okay, so can you share with us a bit about your meeting and your interaction with family? For example, your mother's siblings.
My aunts and my uncles, my mom comes from a very, very large family. She is the youngest of 13 children for just my grandmother. So it's between one man and one woman. They've had 13 children. So I got to meet all of these people, but I don't think you understand how much cousins I have. I have like 40 cousins. I don't even know all my cousins, to be honest. And we have started doing family reunions to kind of get that knowledge out there of who you have surrounded by. But all of my family members are all professionals, pilots, doctors, teachers. There's a lot of teachers in my family, and I guess I'm expected to follow suit, which I plan on doing. And I met my grandmother, which I was very fortunate to meet. She was a very strong, wise lady. And what they would do, and my cousins would do, is they would teach me these things, like Chicken Mary Hawk Denier, or empty barrel can't stand. And there's all these Jamaican proverbs which would which means things, and as a little girl you're like, what are they saying? Or Larianya tu licky licky or something like that. And I'm like, I don't understand. But now as I'm getting older, I see where these things kind of come into play. Like, empty barrel can't stand means you gotta eat or else you're gonna fall over, you're gonna get weak. And it's just all these great things that I was taught. I was taught how to clean. I was kind of taught how to be a young lady. I was taught how to cook and everything just because of my Jamaican culture and heritage that I have, and meeting all my family members.
So Lauren, I know you love to sing, and could you share, for example, in terms of with your family and how they looked at that in terms of culture from a perspective? Can you share a little bit about that with us as well?
As someone that sings, I guess I've always kind of understood I was going to be in the spotlight, and in a large family, I guess that kind of made me stand out a little bit, that I could sing. But I have a cousin who even has YouTube videos that's actually doing really, really well teaching the Jamaican language. I never really considered singing in my national, dialect or language, which is patois, but it just comes up for me every single day. In Canada, I feel like Jamaicans have really made themselves known, even it's emerging into, I guess, slang in Canada, or at least in Scarborough. The slang there, it's mixed in completely with Jamaican language. So if you don't know how to speak some Jamaican, you'll learn Jamaican, essentially. So as a university student now, I'm in clubs like JSA, like the Jamaican Canadian Association inside of the university, ASA, the African Society, and they asked me to sing a song for them at one of their showcases, which was I Woke Up Like This. And I decided to do Redemption Song by Bob Marley because music, especially Jamaican music, has these deep roots. If you know Rastafarian culture or as a religion, then you know that their music is just so strong and tied into kind of what they are as a whole. And music also tells a story and tells also proverbs in the Jamaican culture. And so I sang Redemption Song because I felt like that was necessary to explain the story of what kind of happened, and emancipate yourself from mental slavery is such a strong line that has resonated with so many people across the world. So internationally, Jamaican music has really stood out. And if you go to a party, okay, you're going to hear Jamaican music. There's no doubt you will hear it, and it really gets into your whole being, your whole heart, and you feel the beat and you understand kind of what it's like, a feeling that the music produces that it's kind of unexplainable, but you'll understand what I mean when you come into contact with that.
Okay, so could you tell us a bit, for example, the fact that you got a chance to experience your own heritage and your own African Caribbean heritage, how does that make you relate to, the importance of others and they, being connected and closer connected with their heritage and so on? Does it make you appreciate other cultures? Can you share some of the things that you do, maybe when you're in school or even sometimes with your, visiting, getting a chance to know about others and their cultures in Canada?
Well, with my culture in retrospect to, I guess, everybody else's culture, it really has made me appreciate everyone else's culture. My mom loves to take me everywhere and to every culture, and I remember learning about the Sri Lankan culture and seeing their national Tamil dancing. It actually brought tears to my eyes. Like I watch all these videos and everything all the time, trying to appreciate culture and different cultures, and that's something that's one of my biggest passions. I kind of didn't realize. But accepting and learning about other people's culture, especially the Aboriginal culture in Canada, it's really phenomenal to see how they have stayed alive and kept it very vibrant when colonization tried to get rid of that, essentially. And as a singer, as I talked about earlier, I've noticed that the drumming, which is so essential in this culture, and the heartbeat of their music, I'm talking about Aboriginals, I've noticed and I've asked people continuously, why is there drumming in everyone's culture? There's drumming in the African culture, there's drumming in the Jamaican culture, in the Chinese culture, in the Indian culture, and that I feel like just for some reason that there's a drumming, that the traditional drum, it just connects us all, and I feel connected to a lot of cultures and kind of picking out my culture and other cultures to see how we're connected as one. We're all humans. We may have been, not connected for a long period of time, but there are small connections between us all that we have in common, that we share, and that we can learn from each other and get along with each other just well and continue to learn from each other.
Hi, so this is Lorian singing a folk song.
So this is a Jamaican folk song. It's called Long Time Gal Me Never See You. And it's like, hey, it's a long time I haven't seen you. Let's reconnect. Let's get to know each other and pick up where we left off. Okay. This long time gal me never see you. Come let me hold your hand. This long time gal me never see you. Come let me hold your hand. Peel head, John, cross sip on a tree chop, pick out the blossom. Let me hold your hand, girl. Let me hold your hand. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come, let me wheel and turn. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come, let me wheel and turn. Peel head, John, cross sip on the tree top, pick out the blossom. Let me wheel and turn, girl. Let me wheel and turn. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come, let me walk and talk. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come, let me walk and talk. Peel head, John, cross sip on the tree top, pick out the blossom. Let me hold your hand, girl. Let me hold your hand. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come, let me wheel and dig. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come, let me wheel and jig. Peel head, John, cross sip on the tree top, pick out the blossom. Let me wheel and jig, girl. Let me wheel and jig. Let me hold your hand, girl. Let me hold your hand. I'm doing it. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come, let me hold your hand. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come, let me hold your hand. Peel head, John, cross upon a tree top, pick out the blossom. Let me hold your hand, girl. Let me hold your hand. Here you go, mommy.
This long time, girl, me never see you. Come let me walk and talk. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come let me walk and talk.
Peel hedge and cross upon a treetop.
Pick out the blossom.
Let me wheel and turn, girl. Let me wheel and turn. Come wheel and turn with me, wheel and turn.
This long time, girl, me never see you. Come let me walk and talk. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come let me walk and talk. Peel a junk or sip on the treetop, pick out the blossom. Let me walk and talk, girl. Let me walk and talk. Let me wheel and turn, let me tumble down. Let me walk and talk, girl. Let me wheel and turn, let me tumble down. Let me wheel and talk, girl.
This long time